computer. We're recording. Perfect. All right. Good evening, everybody. It's 8:10, so I want to get started. I'm just going to talk a teeny bit about me first, just to introduce myself, and then hopefully, if anybody else is trying to get on, they won't miss too much of the presentation. So my name is Lisa Dabbs, and I am an Executive Regional Vice President with Arbonne. And I have been in the business, it was 4 years in September. And a little background about me is that I still work full-time as a nurse. And so I have a full-time job. I am married. I have 3 kids that, of course, are busy. They're young adults now. I have my baby is a sophomore in high school, so we're in the driving phase of that. Okay, so I need Arbonne even more now. So anyway, so I am. Let me just say first, thank you so much for your time tonight. It is, a little bit of a commitment to come on and kind of look at this, and I want you to know just how special you really are, because this is the nice thing about Arbonne is that we get to pick and choose who we work with. And so so please be honored that you've been invited, and we're thrilled that you're here. I hope that, our hope is always just to kind of pass on some information. Maybe something will resonate, and we're also here for questions, and of course, we don't expect you to absorb every single thing, but we're just going to kind of do a quick little overview, and so that you just kind of get the business side of Arbonne. So a little bit, just a teeny bit about me. Like I said, I do have a full-time job, but one of the reasons I came into Arbonne was here I am a nurse, and I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And so I was put on double dose medication, oral medication. That was just, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to handle this for very long. And so for 2 years, I was kind of struggling with, hey, let me just do what I've been doing, thinking that I'd get a different result, right? I think that's the definition of insanity. So in the midst of all of this, my cousin, who is out in California, she was just kind of doing a little dripping on me, like, hey, why don't you take a quick look at this, this cleanse that I'm doing? And, I don't know if any of you guys have been out to California, but they can do some crazy things out there. So I said no for a really long time, and just had my walls up. And, I thought, being a nurse, I was like, I know it all, right? I didn't know anything. So I finally jumped and said yes to the detox in August of 2014. And to say it radically changed my life is probably, I don't have enough words. Like to seriously come at the end of that month and, to be off of my medications was huge. So for me, I wasn't really looking for a business. I literally came into it for, we all say, the discount, right? Because that's what we do, because we don't know what we're doing. And so I thought, well, I love the products, so why not get a little bit of a savings? I'm a savings girl, right? That's pretty much really, it was like that. I was not looking for a business. Really had no idea about the business part of it. So my cousin just encouraged me to, I only told a few people that I was doing the detox. I really didn't even say it on my platform of Facebook or anything like that. Everybody thought I was crazy, because they're like, oh, you're doing something crazy. But I did one post on Facebook right after my 28 days, and it changed my life. So I was pretty much bombarded, and people wanted to know what I was doing. And again, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this business. I was just kind of doing a shout out to my cousin. And she just frankly asked me, like, well, what do you think you're going to do? And I said, well, I'm a nurse, so I'm going to help some people. So let me just, I can coach them. I can, kind of walk them through. I mean, that's not, out of my comfort zone. It's just basically, we do it all the time. We recommend a restaurant or a movie or, a hotel that we've stayed in. I mean, so we do it all the time, of just recommending things. So of course, a lot of my closest friends were like jumping and saying, hey, well, let me do this. You look fantastic. And, your skin is glowing and, all of that. And, so that's kind of how it started. And it was just like, what the world. So when I say I really truly did not know anything about the business, I didn't even know I got paid. So when I got my first commission check, after just a few friends, I was like, why is Arbonne sending me a check? So I'm going to kind of pack a little bit here and kind of go over that. Please, we will be more than happy to answer any questions or whatever. So that's just a little bit about me that, I always like to say that if I can do this, because I am like a nurse world, okay? I don't have a business degree. I just don't have a problem talking, right? So I don't have a problem sharing. And it was such a huge change, reversing my diabetes, that I just felt like I had that golden ticket, and I needed to tell people, and I needed, I just felt that mission. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go through just kind of a little bit of history, and it's not going to take real long, and then we'll kind of get into some nuts and bolts a little bit, and then we'll see if you have any questions. All right, give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. Okay. Alrighty, let me go to my view here and go full screen. Kelly, can you do me a thumbs up if you can see this so far? Okay, Val, you can see, okay. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Discover Arbonne, are you ready to make a change? So basically, this is the next wave of entrepreneurship, and kind of exciting, type of thing. So we're going to kind of unpack a teeny bit here. So I love Arbonne's, their mission is more or less, it transforms lives through pure botanically based ingredients and scientifically tested products, a pure lifestyle, and the pure joy of helping others. And so that is something that we kind of stand behind and love that, because it truly does transform lives. And so here's a little history on Arbonne. It's been around for quite a while. One thing I did leave out, that I actually was introduced to Arbonne 10 years prior to me starting in 2014. Actually, I was looking for a sunblock for my 2-year-old at the time, and Arbonne happened to be a sample I got from a neighbor, and we ordered it for years. We called it our baby lotion for the sun, or whatever we called it, and we ordered it for years. And I just think it's so full circle how all of a sudden, when I came in 2014, I was like, what is this cleanse I'm about to do? And when my cousin told me it was Arbonne, and I was like, oh, like the skincare. So it really, okay, so Karen, are you asking a question? Let me, hold on 1 second, you're muted. Hold on, let me unmute you. I'm sorry, Karen, you asking a question?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just to your story.
Okay. It just popped up and said, somebody's raising their hand. I'm like, okay.
Oh, but
No problem. Okay, so anyway, our story is, it's a botanically based beauty, health, and wellness company with almost 4 decades of history. It's cutting edge product research and development, and we are grounded in our tagline, which is pure, safe, and beneficial philosophy. And we're a passionate community of independent consultants. We are a global company, which is wonderful. You can, have this business all over the world. Kelly, who is on the call tonight, has, a team out in the UK, which is wonderful. We have, teams all over the place. We have a great compensation plan, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Experienced, committed home office, state-of-the-art distribution and client support, and its technology platforms. And this is a really important thing. We are a member of the Direct Selling Association. So a lot of times people will get, hey, are you guys a pyramid scheme? And absolutely not. We run in the guidelines of Direct Selling Association, and they are stringent, and we adhere to them fully. So just wanted to let you guys know that. The Arbonne product advantage, our products are unique. They combine the best of science, nature, and new technology. They are plant-based, botanically inspired formulas. They're built on Swiss heritage to European standards. So this is the interesting thing. A lot of people don't realize, like, that's not really a big deal, right? Well, it actually really is. The European standards have such a high standard. They kind of ban like 1,400 things, and they will not allow things in, products that you put on or in your body. The FDA, we probably ban about, I don't know, 13, 30, something like that. It's very low. We say put everything in until we prove that it's unsafe, right? They actually have to prove that it's safe before any ingredients can go into the European guidelines. Arbonne even bumps that up even more. We actually ban 2,000 ingredients. So we are really stringent about what we put in. And so anyway, we do go after the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. And that's the other thing too, is like, if you love something, we're not going to lower our standards. So sometimes if you love a product and all of a sudden it's back ordered for a little bit, and people get a little frustrated. I'm like, yeah, but you don't want them to lower the standards of it, right? You want to, it'll come back in, I promise, but give it a little bit of time. But they're not going to lower that standard just to get a product in somebody's hand and make some money. That's definitely what Arbonne will not do. It is clinically tested, and it is not tested on animals at all. It's tested on us. So that's kind of a nice thing. So we'll get, things from the home office and say, hey, we would love for you to try this. And of course you have to sign a waiver and everything like that. You can't tell anybody, but that's kind of neat that, the consultants in Arbonne, actually get to be part of that. And we also have certifications on best in-class products. We are vegan certified, and we were vegan certified way before it was cool to be vegan, right? And gluten-free, kosher, all of those kind of things. So that's pretty important, and that's what a lot of people we know are looking at. Our product advantage, Pure, of course, we work diligently to understand the latest science, consulting our scientific advisory board and creating cleaner and even more effective products. And we are very careful what we select, and it's always botanically based ingredients. We also want to make sure that we're safe. So we rigorously test our products. We're vigilant about the latest research, and to ensure that we are being mindful and cautious. Beneficial, our products deliver results. As trailblazers, we must educate, empower people to make better choices for the beauty, health, and wellness of their family and friends. So these are a list of things that we do not formulate our products with. And so you can see where it says animal products, byproducts, artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, benzene, all of it. I'm not going to pronounce all of those, but like TEA and triclosan and talc and all of these synthetic dyes and those kind of things, and phospholates and petroleum, that's huge. Parabens, mineral oil, that's like huge. So those are things that we will not ever put into our products. And so that's, so a lot of times, people don't realize that the things that you have to not only think about the things that you are putting in, but what you're putting on your body, because they can do hormone disrupting things and that kind of thing. So we're very cautious about that. We have a wide range of consumable products. So we offer beauty, health, and wellness products with targeted results. So we have a skincare, and we have skincare for every single person between our anti-aging for women and for men. We have our acne line for our teens, and even for adults that have that, and of course this is where we're at the ingredients thing. We've been out of our cleanser for about a month or so, or maybe even a little longer, because they're waiting for an ingredient. And so that's the thing. It's like they just won't lower that standard, so they're waiting. And so it is sometimes a little frustrating, because you're just like, really, I love that product. So, but it happens. It just, you want the best of the best. So we also have our nutrition line, which has been huge, which the majority, I'm going to say probably 95, 96% of my team has come in through nutrition. Seriously, it's kind of blown the company in the sense of just because it's just a safe program, and it has had so many results. Like I said, I was able to say, for me, and I can only speak for me, I can't say that this is from the company, but, I was able to reverse my diabetes just by starting, looking at my healthcare in my kitchen and learning how to eat clean. So major stuff in nutrition, and people are always looking at that. We also have personal care products, hair, and anything that you potentially would put on your body, in your body, we probably carry. And then of course makeup. So, you can see all of these lines, and these are like what drives the market now, right? You got your wellness, you've got your skincare and beauty. So, that's, it's kind of Arbonne's right on the cusp of trend there. So here's a little bit about our skincare, the RE9 Advanced Revolution. It's 3 years of research with smarter ingredients for amazing results. We're gold standard ingredients, enhanced textures, superior performance, and sophisticated design. And we are at a competitive advantage. We have cleaner formulas featuring gold standard ingredients, which deliver even better results. with clinically tested performance. So we lessen the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. We improve hydration and moisturizing, and we also improve the appearance of skin firmness, elasticity, and tone. So this is actually the 2 lines we're going to talk about. This is RE9. This is like the #1 driver in Arbonne with their skincare. Has been the RE9. Like this put Arbonne like literally on the map. And then a few years later, then they came in through the nutrition part. And this is a healthier alternative. And our essential products consist of supplements formulated with the latest technology, the pure ingredients, nutrition from whole food sources, delivering what your body needs to stay in balance every day. And it supports a healthy lifestyle when used in combination with the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond program. We are dairy, soy, and gluten-free. We are vegan certified and no artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. So, now we kind of look at the business part of this and people say, okay, we love your products, right? So what is the social marketing, right? Well, that's basically network marketing. They call it now social marketing. So as you can see, traditional retail, you have all these arrows that kind of say, I need more money, right? You have the manufacturer, the wholesaler, the warehouse, the sales force, the retailers, and it goes to the consumer. So in all of that, everybody needs like a piece of the pie as we look at that. So a lot of times what you'll find is that people, have companies out there, they lower their standards so that they can get the product to their people. So that everybody can get a cut. So with social marketing, that's the nice thing is we don't have the middle people. We don't advertise using celebrities and those kind of things, and people don't have a piece of the pie there. It goes literally from the manufacturer where we can have our pure products and our pure ingredients and things like that. It goes to us as consultants, and then we're able to share that, and it goes right directly to our customers. The nice thing about social marketing, which is so the trend now, is being your own boss and having that extra cash or full-time income. You can work anywhere around your schedule. I love the fact that I can be in California, I can be on a trip, I can be in Mexico, talking to clients. I can put an order in, or I can, whatever I need to do. I can, help, somebody on my team. I can literally take my business anywhere. I don't have to. I'm not tied down at home. I literally, if you've got a smartphone, you can take your business wherever you need to be. You can be present for your family and friends. I love the fact that this past Thanksgiving, we went away to Rehoboth, my whole family, my extended family as well. We were in this huge house, and, I had my laptop with me, but I wasn't on it nonstop. I was like, put a few orders here, put a few orders there, that type of thing, but was able to be present with my family and friends during Thanksgiving. So I basically ran my business from my smartphone or my laptop. And then you can leverage your social network, which is great because I have learned, for me, I share with people and then people fall in love with the products. And then I just teach them like, hey, just share. And, and then all of a sudden they realize like, wow, I had no idea this could actually be a business. So why Arbonne and why now? Again, consumable products, that is huge. A lot of people don't understand what that means. And a lot of that means is that, you fall in love with the product, your protein powder, your facial cleanser, anything that you're putting on. And all of a sudden what happens when you run out, you need to order more, right? The nice thing about it being consumable product is that you get a commission off of your client reordering that. So if you go into Target and you buy something from Target, they don't give you a commission. You just buy it, right? And but this is nice because you share with your friends and your family, and all of a sudden they love it, and Arbonne's sending you a check for saying, hey, you shared the product with somebody. The demand for health and wellness, and that is huge. People want to know what's in their ingredients. People are more educated. People, we have, research available at our fingertips, not like it was 20 years ago where we were just kind of in the dark. People are now being really conscious of what, what they put in and what they put on their bodies. So we are on trend for that because we can offer something that totally aligns with the health and wellness. Again, ability to leverage time. And then it's an internet-based business. So it's, Arbonne's perfectly positioned for success. Everybody wants to look and feel better. So health and wellness is exploding. Network marketing is booming, and people want more from time than they spend working. So plus Arbonne provides all the technology you need. So you have a great home office. You don't have to, a lot of times I say this, my mom was in network marketing when I was very young, and I don't know if you guys ever remember, but she did home interiors. Okay. So, I remember the parties going with her, but I also remember after the party and you put all those orders in, and guess what? It all, depending on how many parties she had that week or that couple weeks or whatever, it all came to your house, and then you had to separate it all and bag it and tag it and then deliver it. So all these years I kept thinking like, oh no, I would never do this because that is way too much work for me. And this is great because you can put an order in for your client or tell them, to go to your website. They put it in and literally it gets delivered to them directly. Hey, kind of like Amazon, right? You just go and I like this tagline that somebody had said, look, no longer are we, brick and mortar, but we're looking at click and order. And that's a lot of times, especially Christmas shopping, I mean, I don't know how many people still go out to all of the stores, but it's kind of nice to be able to kind of go online and click and do. All right. So with Arbonne, you can switch your brands and start using Arbonne products for the whole family. We always used to say it's kind of like you Arbonize your house. I mean, you look around and it's like in the bathroom and it's upstairs and it's in the shower and it's at the kitchen sink and it's in my pantry because it's protein powder and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's nice because then all of a sudden, people will come over and they, use like the lotion that's in the bathroom. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. I'm like, I know, right? So it's great. And then, you save anywhere from 20 to 50% every time you order. You can, if you're looking into building a business, you can earn commissions and overrides by selling Arbonne products, building a team, and teaching others to do the same. So it basically starts with you. And again, it's a global opportunity. Currently, we are in the United States. We are in Canada. We're in United Kingdom. We're in Australia, Poland, New Zealand, and Taiwan. The interesting thing is a lot of times people say, well, I don't really know anybody in those countries. But, the funny thing is, the people that you know now in your circle you may not know anybody, but your circle may have somebody, that's in those places. And if we're there, you can actually then sell Arbonne to those people. You're able to do your business locally or globally from your smartphone or through word of mouth. We have future expansion potentials, of course, into new markets. It's like any company, right? We will be going into different markets, and they announce that when we're ready to go in there. You can build your business in all Arbonne markets, stay connected with social media platform. A lot of people ask me, Lisa, how in the world you were a team of one 4 years ago? And how did you build this huge team? I have a huge team. And I literally used social media, more or less, at the time, Facebook. I'm just now getting into Instagram a little bit more, but I literally just kind of shared me on Facebook. So because that reaches a whole lot of people. And so people were watching what I was doing and they would want more information. And then they were like, I want to do what you're doing. So, they either did the detox or they joined my team, those type of things. So this is the fun part. So this is people want to know, show me the money, right? So 4 ways to earn an income. One is by your commissions, and that is your profit from your personal product sales. So that's literally what you sell to your clients. Your overrides, that happens when you start earning from your product sales from your team. Okay, so as you start building your team, then you're getting a little bit of what's called an override from their volume. 3 is a Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program for vice presidents, and that's kind of a really nice perk. You get your choice of any white Mercedes, so they give you a stipend per each month, and that's kind of a nice little perk, right? And then, of course, cash bonuses, and that's offered on every level. So they restructured probably maybe about close to 2 years ago. That was some of the feedback that some of us consultants and managers were saying, like, hey, sometimes it takes people a little bit of time to get into their business, but so in the beginning, it's kind of, sometimes it could be a little frustrating or whatever, but this is nice because you can actually earn bonuses right from the very start. And so it's kind of nice where you're like, wow, I've only been in this business for a minute, and I've already I hit just by telling a couple of people, and they were doing the detox with me, and now I've got this $100 cash bonus that's coming in my check next whatever. Wow. So that's great because a lot of people of course enjoy that a little bit of money. Nice thing that we also instituted in April was what's called Pure Pay, and that is on your commission. So that's so orders I put in last week, I just got paid yesterday on. So it goes from like a Saturday to Friday. And then every Tuesday you get paid from the week before, which that's new. And of course, at first I was like, oh, I just like it kind of all in one check. But it's really nice getting a text message to say, hey, you just deposited, X amount of money into your thing, and you're like, wow, that's kind of nice just on some of the orders I put in this past week. So really nice, especially for younger people, millennials, that, want to kind of make some, cash pretty quick. Back in, when I started, it's like, if you started at the beginning of the month, you may not have gotten your check until the next month. So it's kind of nice that you just automatically start, getting that weekly pay. So that's something that we've just added, which is great. Here's a competitive compensation plan. So Arbonne makes it really simple. I mean, we don't have subcategories. We don't have, rules and all those kind of things of like, well, you've got to have this and that, that kind of thing. We have 4 levels, and so it's like, it's simple. So district, you can pretty much get to district by yourself. And so as you can see that there's the average monthly income is for district manager is anywhere from 200 to 1,000. Area manager, this is basically where your business, and this is kind of nice, is where it becomes willable. And I don't know about you, but I mean, if you're at your current job, I mean, if, like, here's my thing, God forbid anything happened to me, but if my team's still working, my husband and my kids get my check. Okay, they still get my commission check. So, and that's pretty nice. So at area manager level, this is where it starts to become like, wow, this is starting to be a little bit game changer. District manager is great. You can, like I said, anywhere between 200 and 1,000, and that's nice. That's some extra money, that kind of thing. Area manager is kind of when I started going, wow, this could be a little bit more of an impact here. This is like, this is saving for some college for the kids, or something like that, maybe paying off, whatever. But 1,000 to 4,000, I mean, that's pretty, I wouldn't mind having that, kind of extra there. Regional vice president. So again, you have the Mercedes as your perk there. And then average monthly income is anywhere from 4,000 to 14,000. That's some substantial, some cash there. And I was telling people at my last DA is that, I've been a nurse for 26 years now, getting ready to go into 27 years. And so it took me 26 years, okay, to make what I make. But in Arbonne, it only took me 2.5 years to match my salary. That's a lot of bedpans. That's a lot of codes. Okay, so I just sat there and I went, I wish I had thought about this a little bit earlier. But so interesting. So 2.5 years to 26 years. And then the 4th level, national VP, you can see that average monthly income is 21,000 per month. Yeah, that's pretty game changing right there. That's probably world changing if you ask me. I can't even fathom that at the moment. So so that's kind of interesting. So that kind of is an overview of that. And yes.
Hey, Lisa, can you just go back to that slide just for a second?
For sure.
Yeah, so just to touch on this a little bit, this is like a ballpark,
yeah.
But I will tell you on our team, that is very much at the low end. Our consultants on our team, we seem to be on the higher end of those numbers. I think Val, who's on the call, who's a district manager, can pretty much attest that probably maybe her first month of Arbonne, she might have made $200, but her check hasn't been that for months, and it's probably been on the higher end plus of the $1,000. And I mean, I think you can attest, and I can attest. Our checks are pretty much on the higher end versus the lower end of these, averages. So.
Yeah. Like I said, this gives you the average, and just from our team, pretty much has exploded, from California and things like that in the last 5-7 years. Yeah, it is. I mean, they've done very well, and they've taught us, and basically that's pretty much, it's pretty simple. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you can see I'm a regional vice president. I'm gonna say I'm up on that higher end per month. So, any more, Kelly? Do you need to say anything?
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Thanks.
So basically, where do you see yourself? You can come in as an independent consultant and start a business and enjoy 35 to 50% off the retail price. We just went over the competitive compensation plan. Of course, the Mercedes. I will say this is very huge for me. Is the personal growth and development, is being around people who pour into you. And all of us probably work or have worked. I don't know about you, but I don't go into my current job and feel like appreciated all the time. Okay. And I can't tell you, with Arbonne, it's like, you turn around and it's like, oh, I got another gift, or I got, a card from somebody that says you did great, or, you just are constantly getting that positive feedback, and you're constantly feeling inspired, and you're hearing stories, and, and they're just, and that's the thing, they're just down to earth people. It's not, and that's what they say, there's nothing special about me. When people look at it and say, oh, you're a national vice president, they're like, look, I was just like you at being an independent consultant. Like, we all came in at the same way, so they're like, I don't have any magic. I don't have any, there's a potion or lotion, right? It's just more or less of just, being consistent and, just riding the ride, basically, and that's the thing. Everybody's journey is a little bit different. So the personal growth, like I said, 4 years ago, I'm not the same person, not just on the physical, but just on the mental and emotional, and just, they encourage you to read, and, and you're, like I said, you're going to retreats and different things where you're getting, just inspired and just looking at things differently and growing in all aspects of that, which is so huge. And of course, extensive product sales and sponsoring training. Like I said, on our website, which you have your own website, there's constant training. So like if, somebody says, I'm not really good about maybe closing, or maybe I'm not really good about, what happens when people tell me no, like there's all kinds of trainings and like, just things that you can just be listening to in your car or whatever, just to say, what, yeah, you're right, I can do this. Like, yeah, that makes sense. And it gives you tips and things like that. So those things are available, like I said, on our website, and, SoundCloud and YouTube and all kinds of fun things. So there's constant, you don't get a business and then all of a sudden you're by yourself, you're not alone. Also, some people, of course, a majority of our people have come in as a client or preferred client, where they've come in and done the detox, or they wanted, a skincare kit. And this is where people can enjoy 20 to 40% off of products. And when you join as a preferred client for a low sign-up fee. And then, of course, you get rewards. There's all kinds of different things. You can get free shipping and free, gift with purchase of a qualifying purchase and that type of thing. So, yeah. So, and, and the thing is, your preferred clients, they're happy clients, so they're going to reorder for you. And then, of course, you come in as a host. Sometimes we have people who say, I just want to host a party and see how it goes or whatever. So, yeah, it's a pretty amazing opportunity. And, you might just be surprised. So this is one thing I've always say to my team is dreaming big and dreaming bigger. You are where you are today because the choices you made yesterday. And if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? That's kind of something that you just sit there and you go, if I don't change anything, you know what, in 5 years, I'm still going to be the same place. And instead of asking, what if it doesn't work? I always try to tell people, what, ask yourself, what if it does? And then that's basically when this business kind of fell into my lap. I really wasn't looking for, I was doing the discount, right? Getting that, 35 to 50% off. It was like a decision. But, it was a decision to say, okay, well, you know what, here's the thing. Maybe it will work, right? And I was just sharing with somebody, the other day, and I said, you know what, if we're really honest with ourselves, and for some reason we get to like a business and people start to say, well, I don't, they start making excuses, or like, I don't have time, or I don't have enough friends, or whatever, or I don't know. And I go, you know what, everything we've done in life, we've never done before, like if we've gone through college or high school or job changes or getting married or having kids, we never did that before. So there's always a first for everything, and so there are ups and there's downs. So that's the thing. It's kind of like our whole life has always been like that. So this is going to be no different. I'm just glad that, when it presented, I just went, well, what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? So That's basically, I think, the one last thing I will end, and I usually start it in the beginning, is that we're in the world now of impact, right? And there's so many things, whether it's the government or jobs changes or things like that. So one thing that kind of got me thinking was, am I set for am I prepared for impact? My husband has been working in as a union worker for 22 years. And so we've been up and down with like, hey, the contract is ending, and hey, you're on strike now, and hey, this, and I work for the government, and so we've been furloughed, and hey, you know what, maybe we won't need a health unit, those type of things. And so you're like, are you prepared for impact? Because that's the thing. We're in this like day and age where it seems like everybody's just kind of disposable now, and there is no like that job security. So a lot of times people are saying that second stream of income is kind of like something like a safety net. And I really didn't think about that until all of a sudden, when I started, kind of like thinking, okay, well, my husband's been in that, and we've been up and down roller coaster ride. But you know what, when I got into the government, and I thought, okay, everybody always used to say, when you get in the government, you're set, right? Yeah, no. You know how unstable our government is, just that whole up and down. And I mean, I think I walked in, and it was like, right when I walked in, it was like, okay, so cost of living frozen, and it was like froze for 3 years. Okay, now you're, furloughed for, 3 weeks. And I'm going, I thought it was pretty safe. I mean, I came out of the hospital setting, out of a union hospital, to kind of come to the government where it was a little bit more stable. So I was like, So it's kind of one of those things where like that question got me like, am I prepared for impact? Because you know what? We don't know. Like that income earner in your family, you know what I mean? Like, what happens if they can't work? How much savings do you have that's going to carry you for, is it going to carry you for a week, 2 months, 5 months, that kind of thing. So it's kind of one of those things where, my husband right now is at a place where his contract is not been extended. I mean, he's just kind of like, it's not been renewed. So he's just working without a contract. And it's great now because I just said, babe, we don't have to worry. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. And he's like, because of our bond. So I'm like, yep, because we have that second stream of income, which has been great. So that I will leave you with, because that is sometimes a real reality. So anyway, I think that's about pretty much that is it. These are some of our team when they had their car presentations. So that's kind of really fun. I had mine, last 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in June. So it was pretty fun. So I'm going to come off of share and come back to all of us here, and I will unmute. And don't feel obligated, but if you have questions, please feel free to ask. We're here just to help you, or if you feel more confident, comfortable to talk with the person who sent you here, that's fine too, no problem. So any questions, or Kelly or Val, do you have anything you'd like to?
Well, I'll just say a couple things just to kind of leave you guys with. Just a little bit of my journey with Arbonne. I will tell you, when Lisa talked about the personal growth, that, and I'll try not to cry because I am a crybaby.
That's why I'm giggling.
And it's okay. And it's okay because I don't mind. But that's huge. And I will tell you that has probably been one of the most valuable things for me joining Arbonne. I am so much better. I am such a better person today than I was 3 years ago because of the people that I have surrounded myself with, that I have basically linked arms with, and I'm doing this journey with. And they make me better, and they inspire me, they encourage me, they support me, they lift me up. And I tell you, I can't put a price on that. And then, the other thing is that what is so awesome about our Arbonne team, we have so many consultants that link arms together to make an impact in the world. They utilize their Arbonne business so that they can make a difference somewhere. They're building homes in Haiti. They're have an orphanage in Zambia. We've sent tons of support and Arbonne products to people that are of the hurricane victims, like in Puerto Rico and in Florida last year. The wildfires out in California that just happened. I mean, a lot of Arbonne consultants linked arms together to make a difference. And that is just huge, because these men and women that are building their own businesses, they're pouring back into other people's lives. And it's just awesome to see how our Arbonne community comes together and really does serve and help others when there is a need. And so that's just another huge thing. And I would just tell you that it's $49 to sign up. If you have a qualifying order, it could be $0 to sign up. So what I'm saying to you is, it's not a mortgage decision. It's a Snicker bar decision. Even if you don't place a qualifying order to get your consultant sign-up fee waived, it's $49. Like, you will blow $49 on something, or you have already blown $49 on something, or will blow $49 on something. So it's not that it's such an investment, but what if $49 could change your life? So just think about that.
And I'd like to just say,
Yeah.
my only regret is that I didn't do it when Kelly first asked me. She was after me for 2 years and I kept blowing her off. And now
Yeah.
I've been with her for a year, and I totally concur with everything that she said about personal growth, the people that you meet, the quality of people that you meet. They're genuine. They really care about other people. So to me, that makes me feel good. I've been in the health and wellness field for 40 years now. So, I just, that warms my heart, and I want to surround myself with people like that. So my only regret is not saying yes sooner. So like, part of the slide was, it's going to change your life. What if you say yes to say some, to change, are you going to keep doing what you're doing? Where's your life going to be in 5 years? But if you take the chance, you never know, what it can do for you. So keep your horizon, think of your wildest dreams. I think, Lisa, you had said that the other night.
Yeah.
Make a wish board or a dream board and put everything on there, and then go for it, So Arbonne is a good vehicle to get there. And I want to go back to Haiti and help those babies. They were so darn cute. So yeah. And I want to take my other daughter this time. So
How about taking your Arbonne team?
yeah, hey, there you go.
Right, girl?
Oh goodness. So
Very
anyway,
good.
Rachel or Karen, do you guys have any questions?
No, I don't. I'm good. You guys have great stories.
Okay.
Or Kim, I know you're on. Kim, do you have any questions? I don't know if she can hear.
Yeah, she might be on mute. Yeah, she might be on mute.
Yeah.
I think she's on in a video.
Okay.
I think so. Well, ladies, I'm going to stop recording here, so that way we can. There we go.